Wednesday, tomorrow, is a big day for the Broadway Green Alliance, an initiative to motivate and guide the entire theater community, including audiences, to make it our habits to take better care of our natural resources. Here's how the cast and crew of one Broadway show are doing their part. We're outside the Gershwin Theater, home of the mega musical Wicked. This is Larkin Bogan. He is in the ensemble. He is also the Green Captain. Green Captain, very appropriate color for Wicked. What does that mean?
I am Wicked's representative to the Broadway Green Alliance. And I'm kind of on the ground here and helping everybody in the company be just a little bit more environmentally conscious. So right off the bat, we're going to use the revolving door here to save some energy.
And here also, there are signs to tell the audience, too, what you're all about.
I think the idea is just sort of like reduce, reuse, recycle. We're just kind of letting people know that we are the greenest show on Broadway. And this kind of just lets people know that if you're wanting to buy anything affiliated with the show, that's the symbol to let you know that you're doing it in an environmentally conscious way. All right, so welcome to the green room. This is where cast and crew can hang out at intermission or in between scenes. We also have kind of standard recycling and trash here. And at this station, we do some more recycling you may not have thought of, which is plastic bags, where I can collect a bunch of plastic bags and take them to the proper recycling place for that.
You do that?
I do that, indeed, as the Green Captain. I also started a textile recycling thing here, so with old shirts and stuff that you can't give away, like I'll collect those and we'll do a huge textile drive. We also do that for e-waste, so electronics that you don't use anymore. So welcome to the jungle underneath the stage. This is the cozy little sound department.
It's rather tight. It is
so
cozy.
I just wanted to show you how sound is helping out.
Okay.
So this is the microphone that I wear in the show. And they each carry a couple AA batteries. There are 38 actors in the show. We used to have to get rid of the batteries inside of these after every single performance. So we went through 15,000 batteries every single year.
Because you couldn't take the chance that a battery might be drained some and the next performance, no sound.
All of a sudden you can't hear the actor speaking.
How could that be?
So now we charge the AA batteries and we only go through 96 a year versus 15,000.
Very nice. Hats off to you, Larkin, of course.
Thank you. So, welcome to the women's ensemble dressing room.
Very cool.
You can see lots of exciting, crazy colors and fabrics and costumes going on in here, some of which end up in the textile recycling bin, as I showed you.
Okay.
Also, we've got little things like the hanger hamper. You know, when there's lots of dry cleaning involved with all the hundreds and thousands of costumes that Wicked has. And so, you know, hangers, we'll keep those and recycle them. All
these actors, everybody else behind the scenes, as the Green Captain, how do you encourage them, motivate them?
I think a lot of it is giving people the right tools to make better choices. I send eco tips in our company emails for our schedules, and at the very little bottom in the fine print, it's like, here's a way to make better decisions for the environment.
Versus going, you have to do this.
And like, that's the 7th plastic cup I've seen on your desk this week. Yeah, little things, you know, positive encouragement. You know, when everybody joins the cast or anyone in the show, we give them a Wicked water bottle and a Wicked bag, which is actually made out of recycled Wicked billboard.
No kidding.
And, you know, this just is one small little step that everybody can do to cut back on single-use plastics. And if you can imagine, if every single person in this house did that, what a huge difference it would make.
What an impact. 1,926 seats in the Gershwin Theater. This here with me now to talk about the industry-wide effort, which goes beyond the theater district, is Molly Braverman, director of the Broadway Green Alliance. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
It was so interesting to walk around with Larkin and understand what they do, but that's the same thing that happens at every theater?
Absolutely. We have a Green Captain in every single Broadway theater. At every Broadway show, we have them in many tours and Broadway tours across the country, and in venues across the country, off-Broadway, and in a lot of college theater departments all across America.
So is there like an accountability, or is it just like what we all are thinking about we need to do something about the planet?
Absolutely. It varies from green captain to green captain, but we have a set of tasks for every green captain to accomplish as they implement them in their production or in their theater or theater department. And then we're in communication, in dialogue across the theater community about how we can make theater greener.
Let's talk about the event that's coming up, the Fall E-Waste Drive, which is tomorrow.
Yes.
Duffy Square, which is the kind of the northern part of Times Square. Let's talk about, boy, look at these old telephones. You never know what a Broadway company's going to have, right?
Yep.
Talk about some of the different things.
Sure. So our E-Waste Drive is tomorrow, and it's fabulous. Theaters have now know that this is happening and actually gather their e-waste and collect it all year for us. Lion King just reached out and said they have an entire hamper waiting to trek over to Times Square. And so people bring their personal electronics, old computers from shows. They bring iPods, remember those?
Sure.
That people don't need anymore. And we actually collect those specifically for an organization that uses them to help with people who have memory loss. And we have actors who record stories and books on tape and songs for those individuals.
That's great.
It's wonderful.
Let's just go over this list again
Sure.
of the different items because everybody can donate
Everyone,
tomorrow.
absolutely. Theater fans, anyone in the community is welcome.
So cell phones, computers, desktop or laptop,
Correct.
keyboards, wires, mice, not the four-legged
Yes,
kind.
no. We don't want those.
The computer mouse, your printers, DVD players. Molly, I have to say my favorite line is stereo equipment because
Yes.
not everybody even knows what that is anymore,
Point
right?
taken, yeah. Some people don't know what an iPod is anymore. So. And fax machines,
So
if you have those.
So they can bring those, and you guys will be there.
Yes, and we're there. We partner with a company called ERI to safely recycle these electronics, to keep them out of the waste stream and repurpose their parts so that they're upcycled and, again, don't wind up filling up our landfills.
Let's say if you have some memory stuff on there and you're like, I don't know, I don't want to give my computer, zap all that stuff out.
Exactly. The company we work with safely recycles this equipment.
And you touched on a little bit, but the stuff they're not going to accept. Hazardous waste, don't bring your stove, your oven.
Correct. At this time, household appliances are not accepted.
No. The timing of this with the United Nations General Assembly and everything going on with climate change, it must be a boost and really underscore your mission.
Yep, we put this during Climate Week, right in the middle of all of these events that are happening across New York City, where people are part of this conversation about the climate crisis and what we can do with our individual skills to become a part of the solution.
Patrons, as we spoke about the Gershwin, nearly 2,000, biggest theater, I was told, biggest theater on Broadway, patrons, and so you add all those people up, those are thousands of people. What can we do?
Absolutely. Well, the climate crisis didn't happen because of one big event. It's cumulative things that have contributed to where we are. So it's cumulative small actions that can make a difference to reverse the effects of climate change. So patrons can make small changes in their lives to make a difference, whether it is bringing a reusable mug when you get your coffee, whether it is when you get your playbill, making sure that that winds up in the recycling or in your personal collection at home and not in the garbage. Or if you're far along in your green journey and you're composting already, go and talk to your building about making sure your whole building is composting.
Great
Wherever
idea.
you are in that green journey, you can always be a little bit greener. You can't ever be completely green, but there's no such, unless you're Elphaba
or Kermit.
Unless you're Elphaba or Kermit, then you can be green. But all of us can just take steps to be a little bit greener.
Yes.
And if you follow us at the Broadway Green Alliance online or on our mailing list, you'll see members of the theater community giving you tips about how to be greener in your life.
And let's just say every company has a green captain, as we saw Larkin, and some of them are famous people, right?
Absolutely. We've had some awesome green captains. We've had Audra McDonald. Currently on Broadway, Jake Gyllenhaal is one of our green captains, and they're doing great work. And if you follow us again, they'll show you the ways that they're being green.
Fantastic. Molly Braverman, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
You are so welcome. So let's give everybody the details again about tomorrow. The Broadway Green Alliance Fall E-Waste Drive is Wednesday, September 25th in Duffy Square. Again, that's part of Times Square, just by the big
Right by
red.
TKT BRTS.
Right, the Big Red Steps, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Bring your stuff, your e-waste that's accepted by them. Thank you, Molly.
Thank you.